maintenant, voici pour vous, tapez, tapez, remix. J'ai dit écoutez-moi. Ça c'est tapé, tapé, remix. Avec vous, ce n'est pas le problème. DJ, mets-moi la musique.
And we have Mr. Vuvu Menseka, one of the organizers of Africa Day here at Coca Cola. Vuvu, thank you for joining us. This is the 6th annual Africa Day celebration. Tell us about the importance of this program and the outreach that you're having. Who are some of the people you've invited to attend this occasion?
Well, you know, this program is very important because it has been a vehicle to showcase the work this company, Coca Cola, has been doing for the African continent. And it's also another opportunity to showcase the potentials we have in Africa. And this is something that we've been doing for the past 6 years. We normally, in the past, invited people from even beyond the metro area in Atlanta. So the audience, as you can see here, is very diverse. There are people from the metro area, there are people from beyond the metro area, there are people from local NGOs, different organizations, from academia, there are individuals who just want to be part of this event because this is a great networking opportunity where people just come together and celebrate. So it's really to celebrate Africa. That's the reason we have this event together.
We thank you for joining us, Mr. Menseka.
Pleasure. We thank you very much for being part of this. Thank you.
And we're here at the Africa Day celebration at Coca Cola, and we're honored to have with us the Honorary Consul General of the Republic of Liberia near the city of Atlanta, Madam Cynthia Lynn Blandford. Madam Blandford, thank you for joining us, and tell us about your interaction with Coca Cola and how that helps with the celebration of the diversity that Coca Cola is promoting.
Well, thank you so very much, Emmanuel. I appreciate the opportunity to bring remarks on behalf of the Honorary Consul General, Republic of Liberia's office here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're always delighted to be here to support Coca Cola and the Africa Day here at Coca Cola Company. They do such outstanding work, not only within the community, but also throughout the world, and particularly in Africa. Under the leadership of Alex Cummings and others who are giving this kind of day the support that is needed, we recognize that there is a lot of good work to do, but already Coca Cola has done already some great work throughout the world. So I'm delighted to be here to support this effort.
Oh, very good. And we know that you do very good work with different groups in the diaspora. What would you say has been the level of cooperation with the many groups that you deal with, especially with what you do as Consul General for Liberia? What kind of network do you have with the diaspora group, and how is that important in what you do here?
Well, thank you very much for the question. First of all, the state of Georgia has more than 75 honorary consuls, consul generals, as well as chambers of commerce and trade offices. And as a member of the board of directors for the Atlanta Consular Corps, we take it very seriously that we have members in the diaspora that are constituents of our community. So I take great pride in working with LAMA, the Liberian Association of Metropolitan Atlanta, the Liberian Ministerial Association, and other groups and networks throughout the state of Georgia, really throughout the region and throughout the country. We know that there are probably more than 250,000 Liberians in the United States of America, and they deserve a voice. They deserve representation, and my office as the Honorary Consul General is here to support them in whatever way that I can. We are located at 225 Peachtree Street, and we do have and offer visas in our office, and we welcome you to come and be a part of this. And we want Liberians to come home. We want Liberians to come and be a part of the redevelopment and reconciliation process, and my office is always open to be a part of the discussions and the ongoing dialogue to do the same.
And particularly for Liberians in the diaspora or in the Georgia area, how can they get a hold of you? Is there a website? Is there contact information that you'd like to give out?
Yes, I would. Please, our office again is located at 225 Peachtree Street, Peachtree Center, South Tower, Suite 515, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. And they're welcome to come to the website at www.liberianconsulategA.com. I'm sorry, she's taping. www.liberianconsulategA.com. We do have hours of operation on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 3:30, and we'd be happy to host the Liberians in our office for events and activities. We are now hosting students, Liberian students, and they call themselves Project Liberty. That's students from Clark Atlanta, Spelman College, and other places, to have a conversation on how young people can be involved in the uplifting of the country.
Madam Cynthia Lane Blandford, the Consul General of Liberia, resident here in Atlanta, Georgia, we thank you for joining us, and thank you for the good work you do with the diaspora here in the United States.
And thank you so much for all the good work that the Africa Network does. Your company and Mr. Dwana, we appreciate all the good work on covering stories such as these. Thank you so very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
And we have someone here from Coca Cola. Tell us your name and what you do here at Coca Cola, please.
I am Brigitte Philpott. I am the Director of Safety and Environmental Sustainability, and I'm a member of the ADN.
Okay. And why is this important that Coca Cola celebrate Africa Diaspora Day?
This is our 6th annual Africa Day, 6th, and we serve a population, a worldwide population, as well as a diversity of our workforce. And so we like to draw upon the collective talents of all people from across the diaspora, and people also not from the diaspora. And so we like to pause and pay homage to the contributions as well as the communities we serve in the diaspora.
And we do applaud Coca Cola for taking time to celebrate Africa Day. Thank you for joining us. And we have with us an attendee and an invitee to the Africa Day program, Mr. Oliver Green, who is also a professor.
Yes.
And he's attending the Africa Day program. Mr. Green, thank you for joining us, and tell us about why you think this is important that you attend this occasion.
Yes. Well, I am an ethnomusicologist at Georgia State University, and my area of interest is music of the African diaspora. I've done a lot of research in Central America on a group of people called the Garifuna, who have retained much of their African heritage, their drumming practices. They are a fusion of people of African and Native American descent, and so I do research on them and other African people in the diaspora.
So this is, you are well positioned to be attending this program after all.
Yes, I was invited by one of the Coca Cola employees, it's Brigitte Philpott, and this type of program is one that really I think it is very important for Coca Cola to observe, to acknowledge, and to celebrate the diversity within Coca Cola,
exactly,
and especially within Africa.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Mr. Green.
All right.
Thank you for joining us. And we have Mr. Tim Ward, who is an employee here at Coca Cola. Mr. Ward, tell us what you do here at Africa TV1 and your involvement with Africa Day celebration.
I am a team manager for the inbound call center out at Sanctuary Park, and we handle all of the United States and Canada. We take all the reactive service calls for that area. So we take about 2.5 million calls. About a month ago, we got introduced to African Day and some of the good things that you guys do around the world. We had a speaker that came out to our location and kind of told us a little bit about it, kind of told us about what they want to do here, and they invited us to come out here. So a group of us from Sanctuary Park came out here, so brand new experience for us. We're kind of learning as we go about what you do and how we can participate.
And I would suppose that it is quite an interesting type of work that you do, because you're the first line of interaction with people who call into Coca-Cola.
Yes.
And how do you see that?
Yes, we handle and touch the customers more than anybody else in all of Coca-Cola. Like I said, we take 2.5 million calls a year. We see and deal with our customers throughout all of the United States and Canada. And what we have done is, when I first started with the company, we just handled the United States. So with the merge of Coca-Cola North America and Coca-Cola Enterprises into Coca-Cola Refreshments, we now support Canada. And in Canada, we have Quebec, which they speak French. So we went out and recruited French-speaking associates to support that business. And what we found is we had a lot of people from Africa that spoke French. We had them from the Congo, from the Ivory Coast. We have them all over the place. So they have supported our business coming from Africa, supporting Canada. And it's been a great experience. So we've learned some culture from them. We've had some really great experiences. We've had a lot of, a good interaction, kind of, messing countries together, and it's been a great experience. We've really enjoyed it. So this is like I said, a brand new experience.
Right.
We've had an opportunity. Vubu was one of the ones that came out and spoke to us, and he invited us out here. So we're just really kind of thrilled to be here and kind of learn all that we can.
Mr. Ward, we thank you for the work you do, because growing up in West Africa and knowing who Coca Cola is, I can tell you that the work that you do as the first line of people we communicate with when we try to reach Coca Cola, and the feedback we get, and the experience we have as a result of talking to someone at Coca Cola is quite an amazing thing, and we thank you for the work you do. And we hope that this opportunity here will be one that you can interact and see firsthand some of the people that you talk to and the cultures that they come from. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for your time and everything that you do.
All right. We have another attendee at the Africa Day celebration, Mr. Stephen Sitter, who's here joining many invitees and attendees at the Africa Day celebration. Mr. Sitter, thank you for joining us, and just tell us about why you think it's important to be at this occasion here at Coca Cola.
Well, I've been involved with this program almost from the inception as a person that's involved in leadership in the city in different ways, especially having to do with issues of Africa. Our goal has always been to promote, helping to promote our companies here that are doing business in Africa, to engage the community, and especially those that are interested in doing business, as well as those that are here that just don't know. Having a brand like Coca-Cola focus a day like this on Africa does great for those people that are in the city that may not know about the business opportunities that are going on in Africa. So it's always my pleasure to support these efforts because the more we educate people, the better, the more we're able to get the kind of participation that we're looking for.
Thank you, Mr. Seda. We have with us Mr. Alex Cummings, one of the executives here at Coca Cola, who's attending this program. He's been involved in organizing and executing these programs over the year, celebrating Africa. Mr. Cummings, tell us about why the focus on Africa from Coca Cola, especially with your involvement and where you sit here at Coca Cola, please.
Well, Africa is very important to the Coca Cola Company. We've been in Africa since the late 40s. We have a very successful business in Africa, and Africa has a very bright future from our company's perspective. So the combination of all of those things make it important to us, and we have a lot of African associates who work for us both in Africa and here in Atlanta, and we feel it's important to celebrate Africa here at Coca-Cola and around the continent.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Good to meet you.
The voice of Mr. Alex Cummings, a vice president here at Coca Cola, who has been involved in organizing these Africa Day festivities, the 6th annual Africa Day festivities at the Coca Cola headquarters here in Atlanta, Georgia.